Hello everyone, I'm Aniruddha and today we are going to see how we can handle missing data. To start with, let us look at a few guiding questions. What are missing values? How can we detect missing values in a dataset? What would even cause a dataset to have missing values? Why should we handle the missing data? And finally, what are some different strategies to handle this missing values? So when we look at this dataset, let us try and identify what could be the missing values. We see a question mark here, we see NA here, blank, NaN value, unknown, another blank, and null. Along with this, given the dataset, even values like 0 for age or this value here for score would also be missing data. Now, in the case of large datasets, we cannot really inspect the dataset manually, so we make use of certain methods. So let's first have a look at this dataset, which has about 4 features and about 20 rows. And we can see things like question mark and NaN present here. And let us look further at the methods. So firstly, the info method. It tells us how many values are present in each column and which of them are not really null. So in this case, the first column roll number had 20 non-null values, whereas age, state, and score actually ended up having 5, 4, and 4 missing values respectively. Likewise, we can use the isNA method, which marks true wherever there is missing data and false otherwise. Now, if we sum these values using isNA.sum, we are going to get a count of the missing values present in the dataset. What we should note is that these only take into account those values that are present as NaN. Now for others which have something like question mark or if there was a blank space unknown, in this case you would have to try out methods like value counts or methods like unique, which can capture the presence of these strings. So here we make use of a heat map from CBORD library and pass in the null information of the data, and then we visualize this heat map. So wherever there is missing data present, it is indicated with the yellow line, and this should give a quick representation of how much missing value is present in your dataset. With this, what are missing values? These simply represent the absence of data for a particular record. What caused a dataset to have missing values? So this could be from human error while transferring or entering data. It could be due to sensor or machine failure, or it could be due to corrupted data. So why should we even handle missing data? So one of the reasons is that some of the machine learning algorithms require that the dataset not have any NaN or null values. Secondly, it could even lead to biased results if we do not take care of missing values. Coming to the strategies to handle missing values, the first one is to find the data using other sources, the second to drop missing data, or we can fill in with a constant value, a measure of central tendency, or using similar points. Let's look at each one of them in further detail. Firstly, finding missing values from other sources is obvious. So if we can get data from either the same data set or from another, we are going to make use of that. Firstly, to extract from other features. Consider features like age and date of birth. We know that even if we have missing values in age, if we have the date of birth of the person, we can get their age. Likewise, information such as date, week, day, month can be obtained from timestamp. Some of the more non-obvious ones are gender and honorifics. So if we do not have the details of gender of a person, but if we have the honorifics in the sense of Mr., Mrs. or Sir, we will be able to extract the gender information from that. In some cases, the data might be available on public domain. If you are trying to build a recommendation system on movies, or if you are trying to analyze some sport event, or do some analysis on the car or electronic prices, quite often you might be able to find required data on the public domain. So in this case, the data is simply missing but not really lost. The second that is not very obvious is to drop missing data. So when can I drop missing data? This can happen when I have very large data set and only a small percentage of these rows contain missing data. So if I drop these missing rows and it doesn't affect my analysis in any significant way, I can choose to drop them. In some cases, the columns themselves might have null values for most of the entries and only a few of them might have relevant values. In this case, it might be beneficial to simply drop the entire column. So the code snippets for these methods are either to drop NA for dropping all the rows or to drop by passing the specific column. Next, we see how to impute missing values. Imputing missing values is to fill in. So the first one is to use simple imputer, which can replace the missing value using a descriptive statistic such as mean, median, or mode, or using a constant value. Another method is to use the KNN imputer, which, like the KNN method that we've learned previously, make use of the nearest neighbors and then based on those values replace it with an appropriate value. Let's look at these in a little more detail. So firstly, with simple imputer, so we have the matrix here. So if you see, we have a null value here and then null values here and here. So the way the replacement is done is in this first column, we are going to calculate the non-null values. So let's actually perform this calculation. So we have a null value. We have a null value followed by 2 and 3. And then we have 4 here, null value in this column, and a 6. And then 10, a null value, and 9. So I've simply written the matrix X. So the way the simple imputer is going to work is it is going to look at each column, and since I've used the strategy mean, it is going to look at the non-null values, in this case 4 and 10. So taking the mean of that, it is 10 plus 4 by 2, it gives us the value 7. So hence we have the value 7. Likewise for the second column, it is going to calculate the mean, and here there is only one value. So the mean ends up being simply 2. So both these null values are now replaced by 2. So in short, this is how simple imputer works, and depending on the strategy we use, the value that is replaced in each column could either be median, the mode, or it could be a value of our choice using the constant value. The next method that we see is the KNN imputer. So in this case, we make use of the nearest neighbors. So the matrix that we have is 1, 2, 9, and then 3, 4, 3, a NaN value 6 and 5, 8, 8, 7. So in this case, we have to first find the nearest neighbors, and we have a missing value here. So in this column. So we find the two nearest neighbors because we have given the number of neighbors to be 2. So we have to find the two nearest neighbors. And if we were to calculate in this one, we are going to see that the two nearest neighbors are this particular row here and this particular row here. So the way we calculate nearest neighbors is similar to how we've seen previously. We calculate using the Euclidean distance, and this will only be calculated for the values which are not missing. So for example, the nearest neighbors of the first row, that is 1, 2, n, when you check it with 3, 4, 3, you are going to use 3 minus 1 the whole square plus 4 minus 2 the whole square. Whereas when you are going to do it with this particular column, you are only going to use 6 minus 2 the whole square because this is also a null value. And based on this, we are even going to weight it. So we've seen this in a previous video. So this way, once we get the nearest neighbors, we simply take the average and replace the value appropriately. Likewise, for this value, the nearest neighbors happen to be this particular row and this particular row. So the average of 3 and 8 happens to be 5.5, which is why that is the value it is replaced by. So this is KNN imputer, and with this we have seen different values to fill in the missing data. However, there is an additional method that is offered by Scikit-learn, which is that of missingness indicator. So consider this scenario wherein we are trying to analyze the household income data across different neighborhoods in a city. In some areas, the income values are missing. So here the key idea for us is that this missingness might not really be random, and there might be some relationship between locality and income. So to extract this information, what we can make use of is something called as the missingness indicator. Wherever there are missing values, it is going to mark it with a 1 and 0 otherwise. So now we have a new column that simply indicates whether there is data missing or not. Now if we were to look for the correlation of this particular new feature with either the income or the locality, we will be able to get some interesting insights.